would say, I mean, like most people, it's got a little bit more whip, and it's like 2.5 or 5 inches total longer on each side. So your stance could be a little wider if you want, but my stance has been the same. I haven't moved out my stance since using it.
So you really haven't adjusted your stance for the bar?
No, because people think wider isn't always better. Like, if you're too wide and you can't extend your hips to the top and lock out, yeah, you might have decreased range of motion, but you're not going to be in control. So everybody's different, but I haven't changed my stance, especially as I've gotten bigger. The bigger I get, it doesn't restrict my mobility, but it just helps with, I feel like if anything, I brought in my stance slightly, like 1/4 of an inch. And obviously the whip is pretty prevalent. I mean, I feel like off the ground, I don't need to try as hard. I'm more focused on keeping my position and not trying to get a crazy amount of leg drive. And that lockout, even at lighter weights, the whip will really, you'll feel the whip even at 50, 60, 70% of your max. I like the knurling as well. The knurling's pretty solid. Like, it's aggressive, but obviously for reps it would kind of be a little much at times. But obviously you're going to use chalk regardless. But I really think the way they made it, the knurling's really good. It's locked in. I mean, the knurling's, it's very aggressive. For my rep sets, I'm definitely using straps, but anything over 3 reps, I normally use straps because I don't need to put all that extra tear on my thumbs. Like, I don't need to do that. Yeah, the knurling is freaking, you're not dropping any weight with this bar, honestly. If you drop a weight, it's just because your grip sucks. Solid, but every rep I had to keep pulling the weight back to keep me even.
Wasted energy because you have
yeah, dude, so much energy. Like, I think it's just the whip. Like, because every time it go on the ground, it was just like
it bounces and it shifts because you have a decent bit of weight. It's good for singles. It's shitty for volume.
Yeah, man, I agree with that.
The only way you can effectively do volume with it is if you do very tempo controlled, like touch and go, sort of like tap.
Yeah.
Gently, lovingly, tenderly.
And I was trying to set it, not too controlled, but I wasn't like slamming on the ground, but every rep I just couldn't keep it centered. So then the 5, 6, and 7 reps, I was really shifted in my setup, so that's why the last one I lost my balance and couldn't really lock it out because I was so crooked. I mean, you know, times change, and like in any sport, you know, there's advancements in technology within the sport. I mean, at first I was definitely kind of so-so about it, but honestly, it's just going to make the sport better, I think. Just having new and better equipment. This is my thought.